So if you want files in one of your Google Drive folders to be automatically imported into Wickedfile, there's going to have to be a little bit of a workaround now in order to set this up. So in order to do this, we're going to have to use a tool called Zapier. So if you want to open up a new tab and just type in Zapier, Z-A-P-I-E-R, you should see it right here. You're going to want to click on this and, of course, create an account if you don't already have one. And go ahead and create a Zap. So we'll just go ahead and click Create at the top. We'll click Zaps. And from here, we can go ahead and make this. So it's a super simple one. It's just going to ask you to set up a trigger and then what kind of action we want to do. So in this case, our trigger is going to be whenever a new file gets put into a certain folder in Google Drive, then we want some sort of action. And that action is we want to shoot off an email into a Wickedfile with that file attached so that it can be imported into Wickedfile. So we'll go ahead and set this up. Click on Trigger. We'll hit Google Drive. The trigger event is going to be New File in Folder. So go ahead and click that. It might make you sign in if you haven't already. I'm already signed in, so I'll hit Continue. It's going to ask you which drive you want to choose if you have multiple drives, as well as which folder. So this is pretty important, obviously. So I want this to listen to my Highlands location folder because each of my shop locations have separate folders, which is perfect. So this whole Zap will be for my Highlands location. I do have subfolders in this folder, so I do want anything in the subfolders, any files added into a subfolder of this folder to obviously get uploaded as well. And then that's it from here. I'll just continue. We'll hit test. We'll let it do its thing for a sec. Then it found just an example test file it can use. So we'll hit continue. And now we're at our second action. So it's going to prompt you, what does that action want to be? In my case, my team uses Gmail, so I'm going to click Gmail here. But if you use Outlook, there's other providers out there as well that are available. You can find your own provider. But again, I'm on Gmail, so I'm going back to Gmail, and I will just select Gmail. The action event is going to be to send an email. So I'm going to scroll down until I can find send email. There it is. It's going to make me sign into an account or choose which account I want to use. So it's going to be my own email, and then we'll hit continue. And now it's going to ask, who do you want to send this email to? So if you don't already know, Wickedfile provides every user with their own emails and their own location-specific emails. These emails are special because anytime you upload a file into that email, it's going to get imported into Wickedfile and uploaded, which is perfect. So in order to find out what your emails are, you're going to want to come over to this navigation bar on the left, click on System Settings, and then click on Integrations, and you should see the Email Import tab right here. So we'll click on Email Import. You'll notice there's a lot of emails here because there's a lot of locations, but Wickedfile provides you with a generic email, which means you can upload multiple locations worth of data into this one email, and Wickedfile will try best to determine which file is for which location by reading the address. But the preferred way to do it, especially with how my Google Drive is set up, where it's broken up between different locations, is obviously you want to tell Wickedfile which file is meant for which location. And the way to do that is to use these location-based emails. So each location has their own email. Again, I'm doing the Highlands location first, so here's the Highlands location email. I'm going to go ahead and click copy right here so we have that email address. I'm going to come back to Zapier. Now I have the email, so again, any file sent to that specific email is going to get uploaded into Wickedfile, and Wickedfile will know that file is meant for the Highlands location. There's a couple other options you can do as well. If I want to CC anyone on this email, who I want to send this from, so I'll just do my own email. You have to give it a subject, so I'll just click like file upload. You also have to give it a body. Doesn't matter what you put here. Just hit file upload again, put some text in there. And then lastly, and most importantly, is this little attachments option. So we're going to want to click on this plus sign here, because I want to attach that file in Google Drive. So I hit the plus sign. You should see an option that says file and then exists but not shown. In this case is what it says. So I want to attach that file, and then I'll hit continue. And then now I can just test the step, make sure everything is working smoothly. I'll hit test. And then from here, I can publish this so it is permanently on. Again, what this means is any new file added into this folder called Highlands Location, any new file that is put in here is going to get emailed to that special email specifically for the Highlands location. So if you have multiple locations, you will have to set up multiple Zaps, but obviously, as you can see, it's not very hard to do. The last step I will recommend you to do is head back to Wickedfile. If you can see the person icon in the top right, you're going to want to click on that, click on Account, and under this little Scan Counts tab, this is going to show you every recent scan in order by recency. So you can see the upload times, a lot of these are recent. The source should say email, so there's a lot of emails that have been coming in. These are all just separate uploads from separate emails, but I want to make sure my Zap is working. So it might take 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes for that file to come in and get uploaded, but you can hit the refresh button and keep an eye out and make sure that file is getting uploaded into Wickedfile to make sure your Zap is good to go.